Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. And after 18 seasons, the Royal Challengers Bengal have lifted the IPL Trophy. Congratulations to them. And as much as I feel happy for them, I feel bad for the Punjab Kings. Whichever team that would have lost this match, I'd feel bad for because they both have been looking to win this trophy for this long. I thought in terms of meritocracy, this was the correct one of the teams that have played the best. Great, as I've said before. In this case, RCB won this match. Let's get into this review. Now, starting off with the playing 11, for RCB and for both teams, I thought they wouldn't make a change, but I would have made one or two changes for each side. For RCB, I said at the very least, they should bring in Tim Seifert in place of Liam Livingston. They didn't do that. I think he scored a 20-odd runs today. If they felt like they could do this, they could have also made a change for Mario Shepherd because apart from the CSK match, he hasn't got much batting. In this match, I think he faced 6 to 8 deliveries and he bowled 3 overs today. I wouldn't bowl him for more than 2, but he bowled 3. But I knew they wouldn't make a change. Now for the Punjab Kings, as I had said when I was reviewing Qualifier 2, there is more to say about their selections. Now, what I would have done is, as I said in my previous video, I would have left out both Azmatullah Omarzai and Kyle Jamieson, and I would have played Harpreet Brar and Xavier Bartlett. And we saw today where in the power play, RCB got to 55 for 1 because once again, in the previous match, Arshdeep Singh didn't bowl badly, none for 17 and 2. In this case, he didn't bowl well for his first 3 overs, meaning he didn't have support from a seamer to strike up front in the power play. RCB got to 55 for 1, and it was going to put them in good stead to get a score which they could defend. And I'll elaborate on that in a bit. But first of all, Shreyas Iyer won the toss and chose to field first again. The reason why they beat Mumbai in qualifier 2, and I'm not taking any credit away from them, is because Mumbai got a score that they should have defended with that bowling attack. Their bowling changes were very poor. Once again, when a left-hander is batting, you can't bowl a left-arm off spinner. And because Mitchell Santner didn't bowl those 2 overs, that is why Mumbai Indians lost that match, according to me. And in this case, we saw Kyle Jamieson once again. He didn't get that purchase in the power play as he didn't do so in the previous match, meaning Arshdeep Singh is a lone seamer. If he doesn't go well in the power play, then the opposition can get to where they should get to without as much fuss. Phil Salt was dismissed, and then I thought it was where the role definition was clear. Virat Kohli, as he did in the T20 World Cup final, he's looking to take it until the end in their match against the Seamers. Punjab helped in that, I thought, because they played only the one spinner, Yuzvendra Chahal. They didn't play Harpreet Brar. Now, if Xavier Bartlett and Harpreet Brar had played, then already with this bowling attack, Punjab restricted RCB to 190. Surely they would have restricted them to 173 or so had both those two played, and they would have won this final convincingly. And when I talk about role definition, what the lack of playing Xavier Bartlett allowed RCB to do is that Mayank Agarwal got timely boundaries in the power play to help them get to 55 in a relatively risk-free fashion after Phil Salt scored 4 boundaries, I think, and then he was dismissed. And then the commentators, as per usual, were saying that you've got to up the tempo. And around the 8th over, I couldn't believe what I was saying. Apparently, they should have scored 66 in the power play. And a timely graphic appears when they show all the times that RCB have scored all these 70 odds. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing and hearing because you're looking at the proceedings and you think, 87 for 2 in turnovers? I thought they had done the correct thing. And people would talk about Virat Kohli's innings. The reason why I thought he played in the correct fashion is because you're looking at this 11. Now, Phil Salt dismissed. I'd said before when they beat CSK in Chennai, the reason why this batting looks strong is because Phil Salt has been scoring runs. You take his contribution out, it is only Virat Kohli and Rajat Patidar. Mayank Agarwal was only returned now. Even when Padikkal was playing, he was giving contributions here and there, but it mostly revolves around Virat Kohli and Rajat Patidar. When Phil Salt was dismissed, Kohli, I think the game plan from the start was him to play through because crease occupation wise, once Makarabal and Patel are dismissed, Liam Livingston hasn't been in form. Scoring the 25 today was a bonus. Ritesh Sharma against LSG, for example, he was a destructive knock to take you over the line. But can you say he's going to bat out 8 overs more often than not? I don't think so. Romario Shepherd, he scored 53 of 14 against CSK, but is he going to occupy the crease for much longer than that? You don't know. Krunal Pandya is not a power hitter. So you're looking at that and thinking Virat Kohli tries to be aggressive and is dismissed earlier, it would have handed this match. It could have handed this match to Punjab on a platter, which is why I do not mind the approach that he took. And this goes back to the selection of Punjab Kings, and that's because you've got the lack of Harpreet Brar playing. You're looking at the amount of right-handers for RCB. What type of bowler did I say Chahal was? He's someone who bowls a fuller length sort of flighted trajectory. In the last couple of seasons, he's looked for batsmen to attack him, and that's how he's picked wickets. In this case, you've got Virat Kohli looking to play him out, rotate the strike. Mayank Agarwal, and I think the first ball that Chahal bowled, he tried to go for a sweep shot and then he was caught. Then Patidar hit him for 6. He didn't go for many boundaries, yet they played him out for 1 for 37 and 4 because he relies on the batsman to look to attack him to take wickets nowadays. And if you're playing him as the one spinner, you know the opposition's game plan. It was a poor decision to only go with one spinner. And I've said all this about Punjab's attack, and despite that, restricting RCB to 190, things went well for them because, as I said in the Mumbai Indians match, timely wickets. In this case, Phil Salt, after scoring 4 boundaries, tries to hit that ball a bit squarer than he would like, and the catch is taken. Then Mayank Agarwal, I couldn't understand that dismissal. You've got 55 for 1. The first ball Chahal bowls, you're looking to go for that sweep, you're dismissed. Patidar, people were saying how the fine leg fielder was brought in, so he tried to play through the gap, but it's a straight ball. You're playing that shot, another gift. That's 3 wickets down. So timely wickets went your way. I thought they bowled well to Kohli, where they were looking to not make him go on the front foot. They were bowling sort of a short pitch deliveries, and that's why he could only hit them for singles. And eventually he was dismissed, and I thought he would, again, I'll say, if he was dismissed any earlier than that, it would have been tough for RCB to get to where they got to. And unfortunately, towards the end, especially for a few overs, the selection of their bowling attack meant that they did leak runs because Ritesh Sharma played a fantastic cameo. Liam Livingston, I thought, played decently, especially given he hasn't been in form. Romario Shepherd scored a quick fire 17 runs at the end. What helped Punjab Kings restrict RCB was Arshdeep Singh, who didn't bowl well for his first 3 overs, bowls a very good last over. And Vijay Kumar, I mentioned him in the previous match as well. I thought he bowled very well today. We saw him win a match for them, I think, against the Gujarat Titans, their first match of the season. Then they dropped him. He was unlucky by being dropped for RCB the previous season as well. In this match, I thought he bowled very well. Those 2 overs were the ones that helped them restrict RCB to 190. So despite you've not selected an optimal bowling attack, you've left out 2 bowlers who should have played. You've put yourself in a very good chance to win this match, and I thought they would take it from there. I will say this again: Azmatullah Omarzai, Carl Jamieson cannot play in the same team. Which selection was the one that made things go pear-shaped for them in the overs before the last 2 overs? I think Carl Jamieson, 4 overs, 48 runs. That was the selection that made RCB get to 190. Had Harpreet Brar and Xavier Bartlett played, Punjab would have surely won this match, despite I don't think Shreyas Iyer made the right call to toss yet again. And now for Punjab Kings' batting. I think they got off to a decent start. Then in the 3rd over, Josh Hazlewood bowls his first over for 5 runs. Then Bhuvneshwar bowls an economical over in his 4th. I think it's none for 32. And elsewhere, as I mentioned, that Priyank Chahar has got a technical flaw where the delivery is bowled outside the leg stump. He doesn't quite get a good sight at them because of the way he sets up. And we saw one shot, the first of those, go for 6, and then the second one that went for the same area. In the same area, Phil Salt took a very good catch. Despite that, 52 for 1 after 6, I thought Punjab Kings were ahead. Now, the two wickets that turned the match were one Shreyas said, and I'll keep saying this. Whenever I say this, I think something else happens to justify that. There's a reason why I say he should not bat within the first 4 overs of a T20 match or any match, because it's not about the short ball. He's not weak against the short ball. It's about the full ball. You see when the ball moves around the touch that he does fend it and he's dismissed. That's what happened today. I didn't expect Romario Shepherd to take that wicket. The reason why they bowled him, in my view, is because Yash Sharma, his first over, went for runs. And then what happened was they thought, right, Punjab are behind the run rate. Even if this over goes expensively, I'll still be in a position where I can salvage something. Let's bowl Romario Shepherd and see what he does. He surprisingly took the wicket, only went for 7 runs in his first over. And then Josh Inglis. I thought that was the one that it almost sealed things for RCB. Now, had Josh Inglis not been dismissed, had Shreyas said not been dismissed at that crucial juncture, I think Punjab would have chased this down. And I think it was 98 for 4 at that point in time. I felt the game was slipping away from Punjab. Now, it's where Nehal Vadera has had a very good season, according to me. And I still thought when he was sent out to bat on Shashank Singh, I thought Punjab was still in this contest. 15 of 18, around the 10 delivery mark, when for some reason he was looking to play these unorthodox laps and sweeps when Shashank Singh at the other end was playing orthodox shots and getting better patches. What I would have done is by the 10th delivery, it's not going well for you. You've come this far. Winning the trophy is more important. You've got a deep batting lineup. I would have retired him out and sent Marcus Stoinis earlier, because the first ball he faced, it's an outstanding shot over cover for 6. And if you give him those 6 to 8 deliveries extra, he could have taken that second delivery for a single in a different situation rather than having to hit everything. From the moment he walked out to bat, the luck didn't go his way and he was caught. So that's what I would have done. I would have given a destructive player like him more time. They didn't do that, and yet they've only lost by 6 runs. If someone had supported Shashank Singh, if you had made that decision to retire out Nehal Vadera and send out Marcus Stoinis, Punjab Kings would have lifted this trophy. Unfortunately for them, that isn't to be. I mean, I wanted both teams to win. I think it's a great story either way. But what happened, happened. And for RCB, the star of the show, Krunal Pandya, he's had his best bowling season this year, 2 for 17 and 4. Even when another very good performance for them in Yash Dayal, Yash Sharma didn't bowl 4 overs. And on Yash Dayal, I thought he should have bowled 4. I would not have bowled Romario Shepherd for the extra one. I think he should not bowl more than 2. I think he went for a few runs in his third over. Yash Dayal only went for 18 runs in his 3. He was on none for 15 and 2, so I would have given him a 4th. Bhuvneshwar Kumar also at times bowled some very good Yorkers. So, deserved winners, RCB. I'm very happy for them, and especially seeing the emotions at the end. It showed the 18 years of the journey that they've come through. Punjab Kings, they've got a destructive batting lineup. If Marco Jansen comes back, he will do. Then after Marcus Stoinis, you've got Marco Jansen. What more do you need? They need that one overseas slot with the ball, someone who can bowl in the power play, and at the end to support Arshdeep Singh. Xavier Butler should have played today. Harpreet Brar should have played today. And if you're looking to, I think they could play that second spinner, which they haven't been doing. Vijay Vijay Kumar has also performed very well for them, but they need that overseas seamer to support Arshdeep Singh. If they do, then with Shreyas Iyer's captaincy, I'm sure Punjab Kings can look to at least make the playoffs, if not get into a final and win it the next season. I hope they win the next season. They've played fantastic cricket today, this year, as I've heard RCB. Unfortunately, only one team could win it, and that was RCB. So congratulations to them. And this IPL has been a great watch. And the next series will be the India Tour of England in the Test series. Let's see how that unfolds. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share with your friends. Remember, this is my opinion. What's yours?